What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Road Tuesday, and like I promised on Fan Friday, we are covering the Lycanroc deck with Crush Namers. Not playing Carbon Break. I mean, you can make an argument that Carbon Break is good, but the whole point of the deck in my head is to energy deny your opponent. If you play Carbon, you have somebody else attacking that you're not discarding energies, and of course, you know, Carbon can help you get energies back on your Lycanrocs. You only use Lycanroc once. I'll go over that here in a second, and that's probably how people are playing Carbon, but I really do not see a use for Carbon at all. Yeah, it's cute, EX can't hurt you, but GX are a thing, and I think this list is probably a little bit more better, a little bit more consistent as well with the puzzles in it. But what we're playing today is going to be the Lycanroc-GX. The first attack is Crunch, does 30, discard energy from your opponent's act Pokemon. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to discard all of our opponent's energies and win that way. It also has some other attacks as well. Accelerock does 120. Power this up with strong energies. You can start doing some cool knockouts. You can Crunch, then Accelerock, which is really nice. And you get Lycanroc GX for 200 damage, but you have to discard 2 energies off this Pokemon. And this is what I was talking about with Carbon Break. Some people might play this with Carbon Break to power up Lycanroc for 1 turn, and that's all you can really use it for. So I'm really not understanding the Carbon reason. I understand that, hey, your Rockruffs can be knocked out very easy. It's hard to keep energies on the field. But that's why we play EXP shares. As long as your Rockruffs survive 1 turn, you're good to go. And that's why we play the 2 EXP shares to keep energies on your field. So both these cards are promos, unfortunately. And let me look up something real quick, guys. I should have had this. I want to give a shout out to Kyle. He's the one who gave me these promo cards. Without this would not be possible. The Rockruff, like I said, is a promo card. The Lycanroc is promo cards, and Pokemon does not give us access to these cards for some odd reason. I don't know why. Maybe one day, but right now they do not. I'm not complaining away. I'm 100% fine with this account. Either way, but yeah, shout out to Kyle for these free cards. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Or the code cards to get these cards. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use Lycanroc, use a Crunch, Accelerock, Lycanroc. We're going to focus more on the Crunch to discard energies, and that's how we're going to win the games. Of course, 2 Shaymins, like always, to help set up. I would probably like a 4th with Lycanroc, but only have 3. That's fine. You'll see it still works very well. So for Crush Namer, to discard energy if you flip heads, and what these are really for is for bench Pokemon. A Lycanroc can get energies off the active, Team Flare Gun can get energies off the active, but Crush Namer can get them off the bench. Same as thing was Enhanced Hammer. This discards special energy, but anywhere in your opponent's side of the field, so bench or the active. 1 Escape Rope just to bring a Pokemon off the active. If your opponent does have like 1 bench Pokemon, you could bring it up, discard energy that way. 2 Level Ball and 4 Ultra Ball. Of course, Level Ball is gonna help you get on Rockruffs. This might not be needed. You could probably play something else instead, but I think the Level Balls are fine. And 4 Puzzle of Time, and this is how we're gonna reuse all of our Crush Namers. We can use Crush Namer, Enhanced Hammers, Escape Ropes, whatever you need. Puzzle Times is what makes this deck really, really strong. 1 Special Charge as well to get back our strong energies, because we do have to discard some energies with Lycanroc. Sometimes you have to do that. And 1 Super Rod once again get back fighting energies, and if you have to discard some early Lycanrocs, you can get them back as well. 4 Trainers Mail, 4 Ultra, 4 via Seeker for maximum consistency. 2 Trainers, not 2 Trainers Mail, 2 Parallel Cities. It doesn't really matter which way you flip this. If your opponent has one of these typing Pokemon, you could bump them off. You're really not going to have more than like 2 Pokemon on your bench, so either one doesn't really bother you. 2 Lysandre, bring a Pokemon off the bench, and that's really helpful with the Crunch attack. If they start piling this one to the bench, you Lysandre up, get it energies off the active that way. 3 in, 1 Professor Kukui. Kukui could come in out of nowhere to help you take a knockout with that 20 extra damage, plus strong energies. The math could like add up, help you out tremendously. 4 Professor Sycamore, just trying to draw, be super consistent. 1 Team Flare Gun for some more energy denial. 2 EXP share. Like I said, we need to make sure we get a Lycanroc with energy, because Crunch does take 2 energies. And if they knock out your Rockruff turn 1 and you don't have one with an EXP share, well, you're not attacking again, and then you have to waste another turn of waiting. So that's what EXP shares are going to help you with. 1 Float Stone, which is just for Shaymin. We played the one Float Stone, 1 Escape Rope, and with the 4 puzzles, you can use them as well, so that's really cool. 4 Strong Energy, and 5 Fighting Energies, and that's going to be my Lycanroc deck. Like I said before, some people playing Carbink, you can cut the puzzles for Carbinks and some other stuff as well, maybe the Special Charge and Super Rod because you don't need them anymore. But I don't really see a point of Carbink. Of course, yeah, it makes where EXs can hurt you, but they play, like, a lot of these decks play Hexmaniac, especially now with the Sidgewipe being really hyped. You kind of have to play Hexmaniac in your deck. We don't play Hexmaniac in our list because it's probably just not a loss regardless. I mean, they can't really, like, swing too much, but that Term of Alpha would shut us down so much, like, we can't really do anything. It's just such a bad matchup that Hexmaniac probably can't even help us out. But there you go, guys. There's my version of Lycanroc deck. Like I said on Friday, I'd cover this Rogue Tuesday. It actually did win Fan Friday. But did not have the cards at the time, but now we have them, and here we go, guys. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see the deck in action. Alright, so I'm going to get CPG 3-3 playing a Dark Dragons deck, which is it's going to be an okay matchup. Like, yeah, we hit for weakness and all that good stuff, but with max looks and stuff like that, they can energy accelerate, so it might be out of our control to discard all of energies. We do have, like, the 4 Crush Hammers and Lycanroc and Team Flare Guns, stuff like that. So it is possible. It is very possible that we could take down this deck, but like I said before, this deck is like very, very shaky. Now, we could have went the Carbink break route that everybody else is going to, but I personally don't like that too much. But yeah, so we lost Coinfoot. We'll be going second, okay. And they're choosing who goes first. Of course, the opponent is going to go first. Why would you not do that? Okay, so we're going to mulligan and press done. We only play 6 basics, so the odds of us, like, starting Pokemon sometimes are very low. We just gotta hope we start with a Rockruff and not a Shaymin, unfortunately. So press done. We'll get a new hand of 7. Okay. And there we go. So we start with Shaymin. But, I mean, we have a Float Stone turn 1, so that's good. And let's see, what does my opponent have here? I think they're going first, if I remember correctly. And do they, I guess they must have another Pokemon. No, that doesn't mean they have one automatically. And there's an Evital. Now, Evital is kind of bad because they can sit here and just like a Oblivion while power up multiple Darkrai's, and then we're in a bad spot. So there's a Fighting Fear Belt, okay. Hopefully they don't put that on the active. If they put this on the bench, we could get the Evital stuck forever in the active, but they might play Olympia or Switch to get out of it. There's an Ultra Ball. I'm going to discard 2 cards from their hand. Discard the Giratina and a Dark Energy. Probably grabbing a Darkrai most likely. Now they discarded the Giratina, which is good for us because that's one less dragon we have to worry about. But here we're going to see a Hoopa come down, use that Scudring and search for 3 EX Pokemon. With this, it could be like 2 Darkrai's and a Shaymin, a Darkrai, Giratina, Shaymin, 2 Darkrai's and a Giratina. There's a ton of different ways, a ton of different options they could do right now. So we'll see what does the Hoopa get down for my opponent. Okay. There's a Shaymin, Darkrai, and a Giratina. Hey, there we go. All right. So, gonna put those guys down. Whew. All right. How many max elixirs does he hit? Does he have a double dragon in his hand? Can we find enhanced damage? Discard those double dragons. There's another Evital coming down, a Giratina, and a Dark Energy to the active. Okay. And a Fighting Field to the bench, Giratina. Unfortunately, a Shaymin sent up for 400 guards. Now, if we play player Parallel City, he'll just discard the Hoopa and Shaymin, which is what we do not want. We definitely want those on the field, so we can lice him up later and get up stuck in the act spot. And a pass onto our turn. Alright, so we get a Fighting Energy. So an Ultra Ball, discard Special Charge and an N to grab a Rockruff. Okay. We'll put that guy down. Fighting Energy, Trainers Mail. Okay. We find a Crushing Hammer. Now, Crushing Hammer might seem useful, but I'm really not going to grab it right now. We could discard the energy off the active, sure, but it doesn't really do anything. So I'm going to via Seeker for it in and play it, get 6 new cards. I was hoping to find another Level Ball to grab another Rockruff, which we see right there. So we'll put that guy down, and we're just going to pass onto my opponent's turn. Okay. And we'll see what happens. Next turn we do have a Lycanroc, Fighting Energy. We can Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2, grab another Shaymin, set up 6 new cards, and be good to go. Once again, how many max elixirs does he hit? How many double dragons does he play? All these are crucial things. There's an EXP share. Going down to the Darkrai, I don't care too much about that. This is the only Darkrai on the field as well. So if we get this an Accelerock ready to go, we could one-shot this Darkrai. There's a double dragon going at Giratina, and that is what we need to get rid of. That is a scary card. So see 30 damage coming down to Shaymin, and we'll see the Dark Energy going down to the Darkrai with the EXP share. But it is time for Lycanroc to come out and start doing some damage. So Giratina getting the energy, which is very interesting. And I top deck a card I really did not want to get rid of. But he's not threatening a knockout either, so I'm fine with using EXP share right now. So I'm going to Ultra Ball discard 1 and 2 to grab another Shaymin. I'll put down a Fight Energy on Lycanroc, and I'll Shaymin for 5 new cards. Can we find the Enhanced Hammer? I didn't even check to see what's in the deck, and that's kind of silly of me. There's triple Puzzle of Time in our hand. Which I will play. I will just give us both new hands of 6. We need to find a way to get rid of that double dragon, and there's a Crushing Hammer. Alright, so moment of truth. Is this Crushing Hammer going to be heads or tails? Come on, baby. And it's heads, so we will discard that double dragon off the bench. We will free retreat into the Lycanroc, and we'll swing for 10 damage, unfortunately. But we will discard that Dark Energy. And next turn, what we can do is a Lysandre up the Darkrai, use the Skeletal Rock, do 240 to that Darkrai, and take a knockout, which is fantastic. Does he find another Dark Energy? That's another good question. Trainers Mail. There's a Max Elixir? Okay. Now he can Max Elixir Double Dragon, but he's got to be scared of Lycanroc. Lycanroc can just keep discarding his Double Dragons, which is not good for him. Parallel City coming down, I'm going to bump us down to 3. Unfortunately, he got it down first. Alright, so Energy deactive. Obviously a Max Elixir. And where does this Dark Energy go? Does it go to the Darkrai or not? And it is going to Darkrai, so that's fantastic. Because like I said, we can Lysandre that guy up, put a Strong Energy in this guy, and take a knockout this turn. Yep. So there's a Blivewing for just 30 damage. Gonna put a Dark Energy on this Darkrai most likely. Alright, so come on. Dark Energy on the Darkrai. And we need to find... Oh, no, on that guy, okay. So on our turn, we find a Crushing Hammer. Alright, so... I think we'll hold into the Crushing Hammer right now. I'm going to Lysandre this guy. Put a Strong Energy, and I will Accelerock for 240, knock into that Darkrai, and going down to 4 prize cards. So 1 and 2. And he's not really threatening a knockout next turn. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. As maybe max he could do. He sends it the Evital once again. Onto our opponent's turn. If he puts down another Darkrai, which we're going to Lysandre up, get it stuck in the axe spot, and you can see why this matchup is actually slowly going our way. So Dark Energy to Giratina. Okay. And Escape Rope will send up the Shaymin. I'm fine if he somehow knocks out the Shaymin. He's already attached per turn, so that's like literally impossible. Okay, and there's an end. We'll both get new hands. We get 4, and he gets 6. Does he find another Darkrai is the big question here. And if he finds Darkrai, do we find a VS Seeker or a Lysandre like that? So there's an Ultra Ball. I'm going to grab a Darkrai, and this is not going to be good for my opponent. He's going to put down the Darkrai, swing it a Shaymin, but we'll have a Lycanroc, put that down, EXP share, Lysandre this guy up, and things are going very, very south for my opponent. Alright, so Darkrai coming down. Alright, and we'll probably see a Bloom for 30, but on this guy, there's a Fighting Field going down to the Evital, which could theoretically be really bad for opponent if he doesn't play Olympia. We could get this Evital just stuck in the axe spot forever, or until we knock it out with crunches. But what we're going to do right now is put down Lycanroc. We are going to EXP share it. We are going to Lysandre up that Darkrai. Retreat and take another 240 knockout. Oh, this is not looking good for my opponent right now. So Accelerock for 240. And if he decides to swing with that Giratina, we can knock it out ASAP. There's a Rockruff and a Crushing Hammer because that Lycanroc-GX doing 200. And then with the Strong Energy 220, which does knock out the Giratina. Alright, so we see Blivewing even talking about the axe spot onto our opponent's turn. What I'll probably end up doing if he keeps in the axe spot, just crunch and discard the energies off the field. His real plan right now is to Lysandre up this guy. So he's an Escape Rope, okay. So he does play 2 Escape Ropes. But does he play Olympia? That Evital could get stuck in the axe spot, like I said. Alright. And there's an Escape Rope. We'll send up the Shaymin one more time. It can be knocked out if he can find another Fury Belt for this guy or a Reverse Valley. So there's an end. We go down to 2. He goes to 6. Okay. And let's see. What are 2 cards? An Ultra Ball and a Fighting Energy. Okay. Does he find a Reverse Valley? These are only 2 Shaymin plays. This is a double dragon going to the Giratina. Okay. A Trainer's Mail, like a top cards of his deck. He's not giving up, so that's a good thing. But what we can do is put a fighting energy in this guy. We can crunch, discard this, hit for 30, and there's an Olympia going to their hand. Alrighty, so he does play Olympia as well, so that stall attack will not work that we want to do as well. So Olympia for me, Blooming for 30, putting a Dark Energy on Evital. Alright. Oh, Shaymin, okay. I guess it's fine, it doesn't really matter. And there isn't a Sycamore, so put a fighting energy on this guy. Well, Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Can we find some kind of energy disruption? We'll play Trainer's Mail. Grabbing a Crush Hammer, trying to discard that double dragon just to prevent something crazy like a Dark Eye happening. There's a heads. Discarding that double dragon. We're going to Level Ball just to thin our deck out. Okay, I'll grab another Rockruff. We will retreat into this guy, and we will crunch for 30 damage. Discarding the Dark out the active. Alrighty. So on to our opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. I mean, can they do... I mean, they have Olympia. Sure, we know they have Olympia. Giratina cannot take a... I mean, it can swing, but it cannot take a knockout right now. If he does swing, we can use a Liking Fang for the knockout. Another double dragon goes to the Giratina. Okay. My plan is just a Strong Energy Lycanroc Sycamore, discard our hand, and just try to find a VS Seeker to bring up somebody off the bench to win the game. Alright, so he cannot swing with this guy. He can Olympia again. I think that's maybe his only out to switch to active because he has 2 escape ropes in the discard pile. And you gotta think, what can I... So there's Olympia going to send in the Giratina, or maybe they're the Evital. Evital is probably the smarter play, so yep. Going to send the Evital, alright. And there's a Bliving for 30, 40, sorry. I mean, Giratina still cannot take a knockout, though. Alright, so Dark Energy that guy. On to our turn. We will Strong Energy this guy, and we could Escape Rope, but he could send up somebody and then attach a Float Stone to it. So I'm just going to Sycamore right now. Discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. There's a Crush Hammer, double puzzle, so a Crushing Hammer. As wow, we're 3 for 3 right now. We discard a double dragon off the bench. We'll double puzzle. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is double puzzle, and I'm gonna grab double Lysandre. Okay. I guess we should have got double. We only have 1 VS Seeker, so that's fine. All right, so right now we're just gonna crunch, and with the double Lysandre, if he ends us, we have more. Yeah, we definitely should just grab like a VS Seeker and a Lysandre. So that way, if it ends us, we draw a VS Seeker, we're good to go. So a 4th double dragon does come down. Okay. But if he takes a knockout, that energy will get transferred from this guy to this guy. And there's a VS Seeker for it, and I hope we hit a VS Seeker and I just make a huge dumb misplay. So we see an end. We'll get 2 cards. I mean, we definitely should have got a VS Seeker and end. Alright, it's Puzzle of Time. Okay. But like I said, as soon as the opponent knocks out this Lycanroc, this one comes up and takes a knockout, so I have no idea. My opponent needs to play an Enhanced Hammer. If they could play that, he could discard this Strong Energy and then have that combo come off. There's an Ultra Ball discarding a Lily and a Sycamore. Not gonna grab anything, okay. And a pass on to our turn. Alright, so we get a Crush Hammer. We'll play that. Heads. Oh my goodness. We are 4 for 4, and that's all of his double dragons. Alright, so that is, wow. What just happened? We just flipped 100% on Crush Hammers. I feel so bad for my opponent right now. Like, I don't even know what they do now. Like, that was mean. Like, we flipped 100% on Crush Hammers, discard all 4 of his double dragons. We didn't even use Enhanced Hammer or Puzzle. Like, whoa. And a victory. Yeah, that's just rough for my opponent. Like, that was 100. Like, I'm pretty sure we just flipped 100% there. Yeah. Yep, that was really bad. But we'll see what we're getting the deck here in a second. And I mean, I'm fine with flipping like 100%. Like, I'll take that all day. But we'll see one more game of the deck here in a second. And you can kind of see how this deck does work. But it will struggle against the energy acceleration decks like Volcanion, Lapras, and item locking decks. Like, it's very cute. I don't know. We'll have to figure out what happens in the next match, see what happens. Alrighty. Alright, so begins at 098, playing a Psychic and a Color stack, which means Mega Mewtwo. Now, Mega Mewtwo is somewhat of a hard matchup. We only need 2 energy to attack, but they have Mega Turbos and DCE, so out of nowhere they can do a ton of damage, but once we run out of that, we should be okay. But we start with Shaymin, which is obviously not good. Okay, so press done. Hopefully our opponent ends us, because our hand right now is not the best, and we're going first. What am I talking about? So, we'll grab an in, okay. Play Trainers Mail, give me an Ultra Ball, and that's not good, okay. So play in, double Trainers Mail. I guess that's fine, whatever. We're finding Pokemon right here, right? Yes. Alright, that's good. So we will Level Ball for a Rockruff. We have 1 Lycanroc prized. Great. So grab that guy, put it down, put a Fighting Energy on it, and we'll just pass on to our opponent's turn. Now we are weak to Grass, so that's good. We don't have to worry about Psychic hitting us weakness and all that kind of jazz. But next turn we get Ultra Ball, discard Lysandre, and hopefully some trash card, get a Shaymin set up. Find either an Escape Rope or a Float Stone to get the Shaymin out of the active and start attacking with Lycanroc. That is the main goal here. So Trainers Mail, look at top cards of their deck, and let's see. I mean, I highly doubt they'll retreat the Trubbish. It seems really good just to leave the act spot. There's a Lysandre going in their hand, which I imagine is not what they want, obviously. So Float Stone to the active Trubbish, okay. Tauros coming down. Oh boy. An Ultra Ball. Okay. Alright. So is this a... Oh man. Is this like a Tauros Garbodor like Crush Name or Energy Now deck? I'm thinking that's what this is. I think it's like a mirror match, but they need a DC to attack while we don't. Alright, so Hoopa gonna use Scoundrelling Steps for 3 EX Pokemon. I have heard about people talking about this Tauros like Garbodor deck, like that's it, nothing else. If it's 2 Tauros and a Shaymin, okay, it's not what I thought it was either. Oh, well, that's good. We don't have to worry about Crush Neighbors and stuff. But we'll see a Mewtwo coming down. We'll see another Mewtwo come down, and what he... Okay, so Psychic Energy, that guy. Okay, and a Shaymin set of 5 new cards. Alright, so with Tauros, we get Crunch for 60, then knock it out the next turn. But once we hit for 60, he can swing back for 180, which doesn't knock us out automatically, but that is a ton of damage we have to deal with. So a Spear Link on that Mewtwo. He is going to treat the Mewtwo? Oh my goodness. Wait, he has oh, Hex Maniac. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Alright, this is a okay play to me. So we get a Strong Energy. I'm going to Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2 to grab a Lycanroc. Alright, so we have to find the 1 Escape Rope. It's in there. I do not want to hit this what is it? The Escape. I want to find the Float Stone. I don't want to find Escape Rope. So we'll play Sycamore, discard our hand. And no, we don't get it. So put down Rockruff, EXP share, and we'll have to pass, unfortunately. Wow, that's unfortunate. But next turn, what we could do is Strong Energy and Liking Fang to knock out his only Mewtwo, which is really good. It sets him back a little while because he has the power of another Mewtwo. Now, if he finds 36, he actually... Okay, so that's a knockout there. 369. Mega Mewtwo coming down. Okay. And there's a Garbodor coming along. I don't care too much about the Garbodor. We don't really play abilities, except for the Shaymin that's in our hand right now. And what's that 1 card in their hand? A VS Seeker for Sycamore. Great. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Alright, so what we're going to do next turn is Lycan Fang to knock out this Mega Mewtwo and get it off the field. We want it gone. We want it out of the way. There's a Float Stone going out to the Hoopa. Okay. And we'll see the Psychic Affinity for the knockout go down to 4 prize cards. But, like I said, we can put a Strong Energy, Lycan Fang GX for 240, take it a knockout. We will use our GX early. And have to discard an energy. Is it worth it or not? Alright, so I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to puzzle, look at top 3 cards of our deck. I'm going to put in Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball. Okay. I'm going to Strong Energy the active, put down Lycanroc, and I'm just going to Lycan Fang. We will have to discard 2 energies. But we have to do it. Alright, so we'll do 240. Okay. We'll discard 1 and 2. That's done. Okay, so we can take 2 prize cards, 1 and 2. We get a Rockruff and a Puzzle of Time. Alrighty, so this is probably the guard border. It has free because of the Float Stone. Alright. Now I'm kind of scared. Because what he could do is retreat to the Tauros, put it, and just kind of sit there. So it's like Energy Mewtwo, okay. I'm fine if that comes up because we can discard the energy off it, which is really nice. And he's going to retreat to the Hoopa, which is not the Tauros. So that's a good thing right there. Now, does he play Ninja Boy? I do not know. So Lysandre, bring up our... No, don't do that. Don't be a jerk. Okay. So my plan is to now hit the 1 Escape Rope in our deck and just going to Mega Evolve to end his turn. Alright, so on our turn we find it in, of course. So we'll Crush Hammer. Heads, we'll discard that. Put down a Rockruff. Strong Energy this guy. Play it in. Do we hit the 1 Escape Rope in our deck? And we do not yet. Okay. Alright, so we'll Trainers Mail, look at top cards of our deck. We find an E-Hammer, which is not what we need. So we need to find this Sycamore, and we would just pass on to our opponent's turn. But we did discard a DC, I mean, it's like energy, so he has to either Mega Turbo or DC to swing with this guy. And we can put energy on this guy and retreat, which is fine. We just need to find a Super Rod, maybe get back those energies, a Special Charge. There's a Float Stone. Going down to Mewtwo, then I would probably put on the Tauros. Tauros is definitely what I'm scared of right now. An Escape Rope. We're going to send in the Rockruff. Okay. And let's see, who does our opponent send up here? Probably the Garbodor. It has a Float Stone or the Mewtwo. Either one is fine. I don't want our Lycanroc to get hit. I need that to stay alive as long as possible. I'm fine with him finding a DC and swinging to our Rockruff for a knockout. And here comes Mewtwo. Okay. If he goes for the DC knockout play, that's fine with me because I can Crunch, discard the DCE, or Accelerock, depending on what I top deck. There's a DC going to the Mewtwo. And a Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. Now, that is his second DCE. We got to find out, can he find some Mega Turbos? Okay. I mean, we could just like a Lysandre the Tauros, take a knockout next turn, be fine and dandy. But there's Psychic Infinity. He is going to take a knockout. All right, so goes down to 3 prize cards. I'm going to set up Lycanroc. And what I'm going to do right now is put a Fighting Energy on this guy. And just Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Okay, so Puzzle Time, we will Parallel City. Put ourselves down to 3. We have 2 special energies. We only have 1. Okay, so right now I'm just going to Crunch for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then next turn we can use Accelerock to knock out the active. That is the game plan right now, guys. We might be able to take down this Mega Mewtwo deck. So it's Mega Turbo to the active. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12. The max you can do is 160, which doesn't knock us out. There's another, okay, another Mega Turbo. Hold the horses. This could be really bad. This could be terrible right now. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. All right. He can hit for 190 unless he finds triple Mega Turbo this turn. All right. There's 2 Mega Turbos. He's also down 2 DCs. He has to find one of his last 2 DCs and another Mega Turbo to take a knockout on his Lycanroc. Alright, does he have it? Alright, so, this like, you go to that bench Mewtwo. Thank the Lord. Alright, so we can't Accelerate for the knockout. Unless he damage changes right here. And if he damage changes, well, that's scary. An Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards from his hand. Okay. He really can't grab anything that I'm too scared of. That I know of on top of my head. So then Mewtwo don't care about that. He might just be Sycamore away, so he doesn't draw into it. Or just sitting his hand out so when he ends here, he doesn't draw into it. And there's an end. Alright, so he goes down to 3. We go down to 4. Do we find an energy or not? And we do find energy. That's fantastic. Okay. Woo! Alright, so Psychic Infinity, not for the knockouts. It is doing 130. Owned our turn. We can put an energy on the active. We can Special Charge, shuffle that Strong Energy back into our deck. And we can Accelerock for the knockout. There we go, doing 160 damage, going down to 2 price cards. And there's a VS Seeker and it's Puzzle of Time. Those are 2 game-winning cards right there. If he somehow takes a knockout, we can double puzzle for a Strong Energy, Lysandre, bring up Shaymin, bring up Tauros, whoever want to, and win the game that way. Because if he takes a knock on the active, this energy get bumped to this guy, and then we can use Accelerock to knock out the Shaymin and or the Tauros. Alright, so there's a Skyla, and that will give us the game. It doesn't matter if he takes a knockout or not. We have the game now, thanks to double puzzle in our hand. Yep. So there we go, guys. There's a Lycanroc taking down 2 2 competitive decks, I would definitely say. Mega Mewtwo, I'm not sure about the Tauros, though. It seems very interesting. I'm not really sure why they play that, but Mega Mewtwo is a very competitive deck. Dark-Eye Dragons is another competitive deck, and we took both of them with our Lycan deck. So there we go, guys. We'll see whatever he wants to do. It doesn't matter if he takes a knockout, doesn't take a knockout, we win this game, and that is fantastic. And there you go, guys. Like I said on Friday, I would cover this deck. I finally got the code cards, so that's what we're doing today. So 2 energies, and 2 Mewtwo's and energy. Retreats to Garbodor. I mean, we could be really mean and just like not win automatically, but we're going to VS Seeker for a Lysandre, bring up that Tauros, and swing for weakness. Alrighty. And even then, we can bring up a Shaymin and win regardless, no matter what. The weakness didn't matter too much. We couldn't knock out Shaymin. I just want to do a ton of damage with our Lycanroc while we can. And there we go, guys. Like I said, some people are playing Carving with this deck. I don't think you need it. I think you're fine without it. It is cute against those, like, maybe some EX decks, but everything nowadays almost has an answer to EX stuff. So that's why I decided not to play it. I'd rather play the puzzles instead, reuse Crushed Hammers and Strong Energy and stuff like that. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Tuesday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.